Ron's Age Artist, Ken Landgraf here, and I'm working on Kurt Brugel's Crom. And I'm doing a lot of detail work here, so I'm using my pens. This one is Signa Bold 207. And this provides a certain type of line. It's gel ink. And what I'll do a lot of times is I'll dip it into India ink over here. And it mixes with the gel ink really nice, look. See the form there? And we're throwing like a vein. Everybody likes that, right? And I'm jumping around here. I'm working on all 4 pages at once, so I'm inking whatever the heck I feel like. We got his axe over here. May I put a little rendering on that. And what I'm doing here is using a technique of line work. I'm leaving a space. Always looks good. And I'm inking on his body here. I want as much beautiful rendering on this as possible. Throwing shadows wherever possible. Wow, that looks good. And I'll turn it upside down here so I can get his other leg. I want that to look good. Dipping the pen into the ink again. And sometimes I ink upside down because it gives me different ideas. You get pretty aggressive with these pens. They take a lot of beating. Look at that. Love it. I did a lot of this inking last night. I was watching on YouTube Combat called One at a Time. And that was with Vic Morrow and Jan... What was the guy's name? Jan Merlin. And Jan Merlin played a Nazi. And Saunders had killed all his young soldiers. They all panicked and they were all killed. So this guy says he's going to go after the entire squad, kill them all in front of Saunders, and then finally kill Saunders. So he's going to see the death of all his men, as he said, panicking. So that was great. So I was watching that while I was inking. If you've never seen that show, check it out. It's amazing. You can look at it on YouTube. Combat, One at a Time. I'm getting all sorts of ideas by turning the paper here. He's got this darker part of the costume, so that's cool. So I'm playing up at that. Rough inking. Oh, look, the door just opened. My cat's out there. He disappeared again, just like a ninja. Doing a lot of light and shadow tricks here, see that? And then I'll jump around. This page looks really good. Oh God, look at that. I'll probably put some zips in here. There's Delta, so I'll play up on that. And when I get done with this is going to be one hell of an art job. I'm putting everything I know into this job. And here we go, another page. Got a lot of skeletons down here. Wow, that's cool. Playing up on some of more of the detail. I'm there working on his blonde hair. We're supposed to be getting a snowstorm today from 2 to 5 inches, but so far it's raining. I hope it sticks to that. So otherwise, I'm going to have to go out there and shovel snow. Luckily, I got an electric snow blower, but still, it's still hard work. And we got a panel with a lot of skeletons. Figure out what to do with them. Oh, nice trick. Stop and leave a space. I could zip his hat helmet here, but I think I'll just detail it. And we got a crown coming into the panel here. I'll put some heavy shadows on them. And pop out his sword, so render the heck out of this. We got the wizard in the background here. A lot of zipatone and craft tint going on here. And maybe I'm getting sick of doing these axes with zipatone. Maybe I'll just ink it. That makes sense because he's in the shadow here. And we got his arm. I guess the inking is the most fun. I mean, coming up with the concepts is fun too, I gotta admit that. The layouts, how you're gonna do the storytelling, but I guess ultimately the inking is the most fun because all the drawing has been worked out. And we're drawing the axe here. Drawing a shadow from the sword. Drawing his chest muscles. Shadow going down. Diaphragm, shadow. And here's his leg. We need some work on this. First of all, throw a shadow from the sword onto his leg. And render down his leg a bit. Working on the robot horror here. And move on to another page. Oh wow, now we're gonna have some fun. We got the sexy girl here. So let's put some lines on her. Now what I'm doing here is, you see the shape, you're repeating the shape. That's what you're doing. See the shape, you repeat the shape, and then you render. And sometimes I'll switch. All of a sudden I'll switch pens. I like this guy too here. He's, let's see what he's called. Precise V5. It's a pilot. And he's real good for drawing more detail. Tight detail. So we're using him here to draw in thing here, putting up strokes. Oh wow, my wife came in here. We're gonna shoot some photos. Besides the video, we got my wife here. Before it was the cat in the doorway, if you remember, but now it's my wife. So that's cool. Okay, so we got the whole spread of the pages here. That's great. Let's let that one drop. Oh, that's gorgeous. So we got a double thing going on here. Video, plus we're going to have some stills from the original art, so that's going to be fun.
I like the red glasses, Ken.
Thank you.
Adios.
Okay, here we go. Keep going. Taking the pilot pen. And I like this because it's such a thin line, look. Once in a while, I'll try dipping this in the ink too. Let's see what happens. It's okay, it's dipped in the ink. I don't know if it's going to do anything. Probably not. Oh, it works with the ink. You can dip the pilot pen, look. Again, I want all the bodies that I draw to look gorgeous and attractive, so I render them. Here we go with the shapes. My wife is making a Mexican dinner tonight, so that's really exciting with guacamole. I thought she was bringing me up a snack of guacamole, but she took shots of Kurt Brugel's Crom instead. Okay, so this is the pilot dipped into ink. Wow, I didn't even know that would work. Wow. Dip it into ink, give it a smash. Look, makes excess ink off. And then render. Now, why am I using the pen? Because it's a lot faster than the brush. I've been finding that if you want a more realistic look, you use the pen. The brush gives a certain look, which I also like. Sometimes I'll do the job all in brush, but this is almost demanding that I use the pens. Look. Wow. Making a Kurt. I get mixed up because I'm also working for Kirk Oldford. So then you got to say Kurt. And of course, whenever I think of Brugel, I think of Brugel the Elder, who was some kind of artist or painter. I think during the, I don't know if it was the Renaissance. I think it came after. I got to look him up. Brugel the Elder. Okay, so we'll end up on page 4 here now. Let's see what we're going to do here. We've got a lot of stuff going on. Got the Barbarian destroying the robot. Okay, dip into the ink. And sometimes I don't even put drawing down. Like, I know what I'm drawing here, so I'm just using the ink. And then I want to put a shadow from his hair onto his body. See, wherever you can throw a shadow, that adds to the dynamics. Outline of his body here. Going back into the light from the dark. And by the way, what my wife was referring to is I'm wearing these red sunglasses. And what that does is it magnifies the art so I can see the blacks really easy, the black and whites. So that's why I am using these red sunglasses. Of course, putting them back on though is not that easy because I gotta adjust them a little bit. There we go. And we got a Crom holding a girl here. Nice butt pose. So I'm going to move in some shadows. And she's delicate, so I'm going to have to use my pilot pen. Shadow from her costume. Oh, I guess you can have some details on her legs. Okay, so there you have Ken Landgraf inking on 4 pages at once of Crom. So if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel. I need more watch hours to get monetized. Okay, Ken Landgraf signing off.